Hello, guys. This is the Hellenic Wiccan, and I am back with another video. So happy Easter, everybody! I know this sucks for a lot of people who are used to going to church on Easter, but I hope everybody is doing well and they're not going nutty. I'm a very happy and introvert, so I don't have to worry about that, which is so wonderful. So in today's episode of what I do, the voodoo I do so well, we're going to talk about living with a unsupportive parent or parents, but I'm just drawing from my own personal experience living with an unsupportive parent during the last 18 years of their life before they passed away. So I said in Thursday's video about what it was like when my supportive parent turned into my unsupportive parent, and I'm going to say that I thoroughly believe that Silver Raven Wolf did get these letters, because the damage to the trust, especially if the child is not hiding or doing things deceptive, is very bad. Very, very bad. You feel like that what trust, what connection, what friendship you had with your parent is just gone. And I'll be absolutely honest, I don't support parents being their kid's friend, but sometimes you need to be their friend if they're having a difficult time. It's just being nice. So, one of the things that I learned during the period of time that I had an unsupportive parent, which was a total of about 18 years, well, I'm going to tell you about maybe like 15 years, is they do things to either try to discourage you from your path or outright ban you from your path. The problem with this is there is this weird kind of belief that if I go and I get them away from their Wiccan friends online, I take away their money, all this stuff, I constantly pound into them that this is wrong, this is against the Word of God, and all that type of stuff. And hold on one little second, my battery's getting low. Pardon me, so you're just going to see a wall for a bit. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, so everything's good. Alright. So, sorry about that. I had to plug my brother's charger in because the said 10%. So anyways, so they do things, and I experienced practically all of it. So basically, my mother used to give what is called seed money, which is it's a part of prosperity gospel. And it's a belief that if you give money to a church, especially a church that has already a lot of money coming in, that somehow, some way, you're going to be blessed with a huge fortune, and you're going to be wealthy, and you're going to be happy, when we all know that money has a bad habit of making people even more miserable than they are now. So my mother would give money to this church, and then she did something that I did not realize for a while she had done, until she opened her mouth and told me she did it. And it was, that church that I've been giving money to, and I'm like, I know about the church you've been giving money to, that you shouldn't be giving money to. Oh, I went and I had them pray that you would get out of Wicca. And that one confession, I was like, what the fuck are you doing dealing with black magic? I mean, I didn't say it to her. Because for people, a lot of people think that you have to be a witch, you have to be openly practicing the craft in order to cause psychological or spiritual harm to someone. For instance, is if I had converted to Judaism and my mother didn't like it because I wasn't eating her pork roast, and she would go to a church and she would pray that this anti-Semitic church, this Semitic church would get me away from Judaism. It's the same concept. It's the same feeling of, who are you, and I don't know you anymore. And that is, and I was at, she had walked away, and I kind of stood there shocked that this is what my own mother did to me. And it explained a lot of why she wasn't getting down my throat about my altar, getting down my throat about the books I still had. She had already decided that, okay, I can't get these books away from her, so I'm going to have this church pray that she does not like these books anymore and she gets rid of them. So what ended up happening was I stopped trusting her. All the trust I had in her was gone. And this is what happens when, people may not call it black magic or destructive magic or harmful magic or whatever, but it is destructive no matter if you use the word magic or you don't. It's still destructive. It still destroys the trust that you have about your child. You don't trust them to make these decisions about their religion. You don't trust them to do this and to do that. You want to control every aspect of their lives. And that is one of the big hallmarks of what I would call a cult. But she wasn't part of a cult, but she was a part of a religion that did pride itself in over 1800 years of destroying native civilizations, destroying native culture and native religions. So it was as though she had come into my village and said, that statue has to be torn down, you're all Christians, and all that type of stuff. And then, of course, it didn't stop. Every time I would buy statues, she would want them gone, and some weird thing, they never left. I would throw them out when they broke, but that was the only time I did that. So so when Amazon and when Barnes and Noble decided to have the Kindle or the Nook on your computer, which hadn't been done when they first came out, I started to download these ebook editions of these books I wanted to read. And I'd be up in my room and I would be reading them and I'd be doing the exercises. So I was still practicing Wicca, but I was doing it, under, in secret and everything. And I would hide my Book of Shadows, or I would put my Book of Shadows someplace I knew that she would never, ever, ever attempt to look. But it continued on and on and on and on, to the point where I was like, if this is what Christianity is about, I want no part in it. And I never told my mother that, because she would have literally exploded with anger that I did not want to be a part of religion because of her. So I think that all the times that she was pushing this on me, it led to her having the heart attack. The fact is, she wasn't taking care of herself. The fact is, she wasn't listening to me or listening to doctors. because she was fucking hard-headed. That also had a huge, but I think it was the stress of her not getting me to be what she wanted me to be that caused it as well. So, as I said in my Thursday video, while I was sad, while I do miss my mother a lot, I do think about her all the time. I don't, I don't think about, I try really hard not to think about the stuff that she used to do, the stuff that annoyed me, the stuff that, the going to the church and having them pray, taking away my free will so that I would become what she wanted me to become. Those wounds are going to take an insane amount of time to heal. And the great thing about having this channel is I can talk about it, and also I can finally gain the information, and I can finally do what I want to do. And for the last 2 months, my brain is still in that mode of, oh, I need to hide this from my mother because my mother's going to find out and be mad. It is going to take at least a year, first of all, to establish a daily practice and to get my mind away from that mindset that I'm not under her yoke, I'm not under her foot, I am my own person. I do live on my own. Well, I have my brother, but but my brother is very open-minded about what I am. He lived under this, and he too has not forgotten what she did to me and all that type of stuff. But I am very, very happy to be independent, to be able to make my own choices, to make my own mistakes, and to live with those mistakes as part of the growing up part of it. And it's like you have to reach that pinnacle, of your life. You have to say, I'm an independent person, and all that wonderful stuff. All right, so my advice to people that are living with a unsupportive parent or unsupportive parents is, don't give up your beliefs just to make people happy. Keep your beliefs. Go out in nature, connect with nature, meditate outside. Pocket altars are great. I had several of them when I had to hide my path, and I do cherish them. I still have a couple of them left, and I do cherish them. I think they are absolutely wonderful, and I'm really blessed to have them. And I'm always going to keep them as reminders of where I come from and the stuff I went through and all that type of stuff. So I'm going to let you guys go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I do hope that it's going to help someone out there that lives with, not, with unsupportive parents. And yeah. So I will see you guys around until next time. May the God and the Goddess bless you. Bye.